Hey everybody, DeLongshot Signatures here. This is episode 174 of my TTM returns. Got back 10 successes to start off this week, including an eBay purchase of a college football Hall of Famer. But I will start off with a failure. I actually got two failures back from the same guy. These are coming back from former MLB player Sean Casey. He sent back both of the requests, one that I sent out 3 months ago and another one I sent out almost 3 years ago, stating that he has partnered with a charity to help him keep up with his through the mail requests. He will not be responding to any items sent to MLB Network or his home address in Pittsburgh. And there is the price list for anyone that is interested, as well as the address via Pro Baseball Clinics. It looks like they have partnered up with several other former baseball players. I don't think I've ever sent to them. I don't know how good they are as far as like return time and everything like that. But if anyone is interested in writing to him going forward, those are his fees, and that is where to send. So, disappointed that I had to wait all that time just to get back to returns unsuccessful from him. But we'll get into 10 successful returns from today. So first one is coming back from a current NHL player. This is a 2 of 2 success in 2 weeks from Philadelphia Flyers left winger Nicolas Deslauriers. Got him on 2 of these 2015-16 Upper Deck base cards. Originally wrote to him last year while he was with the Anaheim Ducks. Got there not long before the trade deadline. He was traded to the Minnesota Wild. Didn't take his mail with him. So the Ducks were cool enough to send the cards back. And then when I saw that he signed kind of a long-term, not super long-term, but a longer contract with the Flyers, I figured, he's probably going to be part of the starting lineup, at least for this year. So sent these out before the season started, and really, really glad to get those back. He's known more for his physicality than he is his scoring, but he is able to put up a few goals throughout the season. So that's really nice return, signed in blue there. Then we have NHL prospect. This is a 2 of 2 success coming back from Northeastern hockey player. I think he's a center, Cameron Lund. He was selected in the second round of the 2022 draft by my San Jose Sharks. So hopefully he is able to develop and we get to see him play in San Jose in a few years. They talked on Elite Prospects a little bit about his ability to create a shot and trick defenders and being able to get into opportunistic scoring places. He's not just shooting at the net, he's setting up good chances. So hopefully he can be a future goal scorer or at least a playmaker for the team if he is able to make it to the NHL. Then we got a couple baseball returns. First one here is from a former MLB pitcher on a 1990 Upper Deck. This is a 1 of 1 success from Steve Searcy, or Searcy, one of the two. I've seen quite a few people get him back over the years. I was about ready to print out some photos, and then I decided to check, and I had one card of him in a set that I was working on, so I just sent that instead. Then we have a 2 of 2 return here from Division II baseball coach John Scally, something like that. I couldn't find a video where they pronounced his name, so I'm not 100% sure. But he has been a longtime coach at Ashland University. I think he's going into his 24th or 25th season with the team. He and his dad are the only two father-son tandem in college baseball history to both go over 1,000 wins. His dad, Don, passed away a while ago. He won 3 Division III championships, and like his son, also won over 1,000 games at the college level. So really nice to add him. I think that only took 10 days. Then we got 3 college lacrosse head coaches in today. First one here is a 2 of 2 plus a note from Virginia lacrosse head coach Lars Tiffany. Not the greatest Sharpie in the world, but still, you can still see it though, which is nice. There's parts of it that are easier to see than others. He also included this note, Enjoyed your letter and words. It is amazing what sports can create in us. Passion, discipline, grit. Lars. He has won 2 Division I championships since joining Virginia, and between them and I think Brown University, he has 3 Final Four appearances in the tournament. Then we have a former Division I head coach. He is in the Lacrosse Hall of Fame. Signing 2 of 2 on the back is former Syracuse head coach John Desco. I think he's a 5 or 6 time Division I champion. Syracuse is definitely one of the powerhouses in at least men's lacrosse, if not both men's and women's lacrosse. But with his induction, and then they hired a former player who was also in the Hall of Fame. All 4 Syracuse head coaches for the men's lacrosse team are in the Hall of Fame, which is really, really cool. But he was absolutely legendary with the team, and very, very accomplished, of course. Then we got another one. I think this guy coaches at a Division II school. He's won several championships. I think it might be 12. No, not 12. My bad. I thought he won 12 because I was looking at someone else's name. He won 6 Division II championships. This is a 2 of 2 coming in from Lemoyne head coach Dan Sheehan. Sign both of these on the front there. I think all of those took 10 days to get back. Then we have an NHRA return, another one on a custom photo, and an 8x10. This is a 2 of 2 success coming back from 16-time world champion John Force. He's usually a really good signer at the track, but you kind of have to find him at the right time. He's not always out and about like he used to be, but when he does sign, he'll stand out there and sign for literally as long as he can, or until one of his I like to call them handlers, but one of his team members kind of pulls him off. It's like, hey, you got to go drive a car. You got to go show up for this. So wasn't able to meet him because I was stuck at several signings at the end of the day. I did see people walking around with signed John Force stuff. So he was out and about. Didn't go the other day that I had planned on, but he's a great TTM signer. He does limit to 2 per request. So don't try and send everything that you've got. Just send 2 items and they'll get back to you pretty quickly. And then we'll end here with some college football stuff. First one is a 3 of 2 return from a college football offensive lineman. He is the top rated offensive guard according to some websites for the upcoming draft. This is coming back from USC offensive lineman Andrew Voorhees. So he signed both of the photos that I sent, and he included this nice note as well, which is signed at the bottom. Like I said, he is the top-rated offensive guard according to some websites for the upcoming draft, although they don't seem to be very high on a lot of those guards. So he's projected to go somewhere late in the 2nd, early in the 3rd. But he is the most experienced USC lineman currently at the school. He's been done pretty well there, and should be able to find some success at the NFL level. Teams will definitely be interested in bringing him in. And then the last TTM return here. Everything that I had seen from this guy before suggested that he doesn't sign, and then I noticed it was a lot of people just asking via email. So took some time to find an address. I don't think they have it readily available. It's a very weird one. But decided to try it out, and very quickly got back a 2 of 2 success from Penn State head coach James Franklin. Very, very cool to get these. I think he coached at Vanderbilt for a few years, won a couple bowl games there, and he's been with Penn State ever since. He's been a very good coach for them. I think he's won 3 more bowl games with them. I think they're 1 more win away from becoming bowl eligible this season. Very surprised to get it back at all, just considering the history of what other people have reported for his signing habits. but I think it makes a big difference if you send your own items and everything instead of just asking via email. Some coaches are cool with that. That's perfectly fine if you want to make that request, but I think a lot more of them appreciate not having to do as much work just to sign and hand to someone else to ship it back. But really, really cool to add him to the collection. All right, last thing here is an eBay purchase of a college football Hall of Fame coach. He passed away, I think, in 2016, won a national championship, and couldn't find any photos, at least ones that I thought, were either legit or would look nice in the collection. I think it's just a lot of index cards people got signed by him. But he had a bunch of signed books, and for some reason, those go a lot cheaper most of the time than other items. So I will take it. But this is signed by former BYU head coach Lavelle Edwards. Signed here on the first page. He won the national championship in 1984. Coached, I think, 6 All-American quarterbacks, and was a long time head coach for BYU. So really, really glad to add him to the collection. Inducted in 2004, I think it was. So I've got quite a few of the national champions now. There's only a handful of living ones that I'm missing, at least for Division 1. There's some more for Division 2 that I'm still trying to get. But really, really glad to add that one to the collection, even if it is a book. It doesn't fit in with the full with the binders and everything. But that's all I got for today. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. It helps me out a lot. Best luck with your guys' collecting. Take care.